Ahoy mateys, Captain Dave here. I finally had a chance to sail through the current closed beta of Sea of Thieves, which has been developed by Rare, famous for producing GoldenEye, Perfect Dark and Banjo-Kazooie. Just to give you a bit of background on Sea of Thieves, it's an Xbox console exclusive that will be available on PC through the Play Anywhere scheme, meaning cross-compatibility multiplayer. It was first announced at E3 in 2015. Now, Sea of Thieves is a solo or co-op pirate adventure game that pits you against the merciless mistress of the sea. It utilises the Unreal Engine 4, and the aim of the game is to use treasure maps to find islands and hunt for long-lost buried treasure. Some treasures are harder to find and require you to decipher riddles, which is really fun when you're trying to work them out with your friends. To get to the treasure, you have to sail your faithful ship across the seas, fighting against the elements to find your treasure. Now, I must admit, when I first heard of this game, I thought it sounded pretty lame. Something with limited value to keep me engaged and play for hours on end. After playing the beta for a good 5 hours, Rare's completely changed my mind. I've done a complete 180 and Sea of Thieves is firmly on my wish list. Now, some of the graphics seem slightly childish and cartoony, but Rare have completely nailed the sea and environment, as it is absolutely stunning and looks incredibly realistic. It's possibly the best sea and water I've ever seen in a game. Now, you really see the beauty in how it shines when you have the sun setting over tranquil water. It's just out of this world. They really have captured natural beauty at its finest. Now, one of the things I was really impressed with was the dynamic weather, as I was expecting the odd rain shower, but thought it would be fairly limited. What Rare's actually delivered is fierce storm fronts that are not fixed in a single location. They will start from nowhere and they will move around, covering a substantial amount of the sea. Now, these storms are fierce and will pull you right into their midst if you sail too close. Once caught in a storm, your ship becomes incredibly hard to control, which is made even more challenging as visibility becomes incredibly limited. You can barely see 20 foot in front of your ship, making it difficult to avoid colliding with islands, rocks and anything else that's jutting out the sea. Not only this, but your compass goes absolutely haywire, leaving you unsure which way you actually need to sail. Not that the sea will let you go the way you want to anyway. Rare really nailed rough seas, dramatically increasing the size of waves. If you're sailing by yourself, you have to be prepared to sail blind, as you would be busy bailing out your ship from a build-up of water caused by the crashing waves and heavy rain. Ignore this at your own peril, as it will sink you. You have to stay on top of it. So you better get ready to master sailing, as you need to learn how to use your sails. They need raising and lowering to modify your speed, as well as changing their direction so you can harness the power of the wind. That's not forgetting about steering, as ships do not turn very fast. You can drop your anchor to attempt a sharp turn, but this requires good timing and steering, as you could end up facing the complete wrong direction that you set out to face. There's nothing more rewarding than pulling into a jetty, throwing the anchor down, and just nestling right up next to it. Now that takes some skill and timing. Looking for treasure is pretty fun, as you have a map with a location or description of location. The descriptions are the best as they are more challenging and engaging. You have to actually try and find your island. You can't just go, well, we'll go in this direction. You have to search for the island name. It's harder to find than just looking for the shape of the island. Now, when you're actually on the island, you'll have a little X to mark the spot so you can find your treasure. They're pretty easy, but the ones with the riddles will give you a little description. It'll be something like, there's a skeleton on the east side of the island. Go there, and from there head northeast 5 steps, and you'll find your treasure. Which is all the more rewarding when you hear that faithful clunk as you're digging in the sand, knowing that you've nailed your treasure, and you've not just followed an X on the map, which is fairly easy. Once you've got your treasure, you better haul that back to an outpost so you can trade it in for some hard-earned cash. Now, there's plenty of stuff to do outside of just following maps, as there's a substantial amount of islands to explore, usually containing a couple of skeleton pirates to contend with. A pistol shot at the head will usually wipe out these critters. One of the main aspects of Sea of Thieves is that you're plonked in the same world as other people. You constantly have the threat of another set of pirates trying to steal your hard-earned loot. This leaves you constantly scanning the horizon looking for the telltale signs of pirate sails. Who knows if they are friend or foe, as there's nothing quite as satisfying as sneaking around an island to fire a barrage from your broadside into an unsuspecting ship. They have loot and you're a pirate, so arrgh, they better give it over. PvP will add a huge part to the full release, as it really adds a sense of fun to the game. As well as that, there's the tension that there might be another pirate just around the corner who could easily steal your loot. It's essentially what Activision tried to do with the Division's Dark Zone, but it's implemented much better and much fairer by the looks of it as well. As if you're a smaller ship and you see this big galleon comes towards you, well, you can just catch the wind and sail away because you're faster than that bugger. With PvP, you get to truly see the gunplay, as you can never quite tell if gunplay is good against computer characters. The gunplay is okay, as you'd expect. It's slightly slow and cumbersome, but that's to expected with the type of pistols in use. They pack a punch, but you may need to practice your aim, especially with a sniper rifle, as it has a cracked glass crosshair and it's quite off-putting when you're trying to use it. All in all, I've thoroughly enjoyed the beta, and it has definitely made it onto my wishlist, especially since it has been included in the Games Pass for launch, so I will be a future Game Pass member. If you're undecided, then please go and watch some gameplay video clips from streamers and YouTubers, and you'll see how much fun they had. I cannot overstate how enjoyable this copy of Game of Thieves is. Well, that's me out, guys. If you liked the video, then please give it a thumbs up, as it really helps the channel. Hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with any new content. Take it easy, and I'll see you again soon.